Searching for a villain hidden in the night, in a secret place just out of sight, searching while the seven snakes survey the north. In the south we ventured ever forth. The buildings we examined, some gave riches, others bare. Still we found no sign of Kella. All search driven through the dark, no stone was unturned but unavailing. Potions and a sinister mark, feline thunderbolt gave a false success. As options narrowed, things looked dire. A watchful eye is sensed in dice and desire.
In the silence, you sort of hear something, and you say to K'ril, "Shh," and you sort of just get the impression that maybe you're not alone.
K'ril says, "Try yourself." Oh, I'm doing the Quinch Posh thing. What's going on there? No.
I'm going to re-shut the door. And block.
Yeah, because it's best to be really sneaky after I've just flown through a window.
They don't know I'm. Well, they might not know I'm there yet. So I'm going to quietly close the door, and I'm going to put the immovable rod at the bottom of the door as like a doorstop, so that hopefully they won't see it, and lock it in place.
Have you got a movable window?
Well, one less point of exit will do us a favour. I'm going to go for.
I've got a question about the unmovable rod.
Yep.
It's just like a button that you click to make it go movable and unmovable.
Yep.
So does this not just mean that anyone could click that button and then move the rod?
Pretty much, but that's why I'm putting it at the bottom of the door, so hopefully they don't see it. And maybe if there's something around that I can block.
Just for...
Yeah, for flavour.
Well, I was going to say for future reference if we try using it for something that we got to remember.
I say, Dabov, look at all this free shit. You've locked the door to keep the other weirdos out.
That... You dickhead. Yep, that's why I did it. And I'm going to, again, motion towards K'ril as if to say, be quiet. I'm not going to shush, but just finger to lips. And then I'm going to slowly creep around the room and look to see if I can sort of see where this sense of being watched is coming from.
Okay, can I get an investigation check then for you?
Yeah,
from you.
Not a problem. That is 22.
22. So you're looking around the room. Well, it's a couple of rooms. Obviously, it's a fairly big shop, so it's not all in just one room. But it is one story, and you're looking around, and you're just doing it casually because obviously you're trying to sort of look without looking, so to speak. And then you sort of just spot down in the bottom southeast corner. You just see like a crouched figure, a reflection in a big piece of glass. You see what appears to be a female crouching, hiding from you.
I am going to say, because I can speak thieves' cant, I'm going to say to them, who?
Sorry, what is that? Thieves' cant?
It's like a thieves' language. I don't know if it's a specific,
It's weird, isn't it? It's not really a specific language like Goblin or anything like that, but it's
Cockney rhyming slang.
I was about to say, Cockney rhyming slang is probably the...
Is it a spoken thing? I thought it was only a written thing. I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure now, actually.
He writes a note.
You write something down, yeah. You write it on a paper aeroplane.
Thieves' Cant was a secret language of rogues. Consisted more of slangs and innuendos more than actual language. The main use of Thieves' Cant was communicate rogue activities, so it doesn't say written or spoken. So I'm assuming it's Cockney rhyming slang where it's more of an identifier. So I just want to identify myself as a fellow thief and just say, there are some people looking for you. I want to hear your side of the story.
In Thieves' Camp, please.
Just do it in a Cockney accent, if you can.
Core blimey gov, out them apples and pears, something, I don't know, something Cockney about crime, I don't know, whatever.
I almost hope all of those words are actually what you said as well. I almost
That's
hope.
slightly how I'm interpreting it.
Hey,
that
fellow
wasn't you
thief,
speaking,
shall
that
we
was-
go do a crime? Yeah.
Something
That's exactly-
Cockney about crime.
But I do it with like arms out to the side, proper leaning, back and forth like a proper Cockney.
Krill is well confused.
As this is happening, Quinch muses to Gregomel. I sure do hope that one of our party finds this Emily woman. It would be boring if the horses found her.
I'm Gregor in response just goes, nay.
So you speak your cant into the air, and you get no response.
Interesting.
At this point, have I noticed that he's talking in a particular direction? Like, would I look over and be like, "Oh, little woman on the table"?
Well, what are you doing? Are you?
I mean, I was literally stood next to him the whole time. I was like, "Look at all these wonderful things," and then he peers under the table and starts speaking Cockney rhyming slang.
I don't think you'd notice where he was speaking it to, or how, if there was even a direction that he was actually facing. But you sort of obviously, I think you'd be clear. You'd understand that he's not talking to you.
Just for absolute clarity, Quinch has moved towards the next building that is undiscovered, which is fairly near the building that K'ril and Dabov are currently in, just awaiting the next investigation.
I'm going to say to the lady under the table that's clearly ignoring me, I'm going to say, I've secured the building. It's quite safe. I just want to hear your side of the story before... there's the 7 snakes looking for you. They're not actually snakes, just putting that out there. And
Dabov, who are you talking to?
not you. And I'd just say, I've identified myself as a thief. If I wanted to harm you, I'd have just snuck up to you and done it. I just want to hear your side of the story and why they're looking for you. I don't quite trust them. I don't know if I trust you yet, but I'm willing to hear you out.
There's a long pause, and then all of a sudden you just hear from the darkness. Promise you won't hurt me.
Not unless
Bloody hell, what was that?
I promise neither me or the idiot in the corner will hurt you unless you give us reason to.
Again, there's a long pause. You get the sense that perhaps they're thinking through the scenario and the situation they found themselves in. And then, just ever so slowly, you sort of see a human woman, stand up in the corner of the room, slowly.
Human woman, it's relevant now, is it?
I turn to K'ril and just put the hand up as if to say, don't do anything just yet. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Just give him
I don't deduce that from your hand being raised.
Fine, and I say it blatantly. I look at your confused expression and just say, I found her. Don't alert anyone just yet.
You've called dibs.
Look, I don't get much. I'm a gnome. Come on. No, I'm going to say I'm going to say what I said to her. I don't trust those 7 snakes. They seemed very reluctant to say why it took 7 of them to track one person. I need to hear her side of the story.
K'ril says, it's very nice to meet you.
Thanks, we met ages ago, but...
I wasn't talking to
you. The woman looks at the pair of you, and realizes the situation she's in, and just says, "As I'm sure you know by now, my name is Kella Darkhope, and I am but a lonely monk sent here, and well, not sent here, but travelling, and I came here, and I was hoping to speak to the Lady Nandar, and I do not know what any of this business is about. I was here when the rocks came, and then the goblins came, and I've just simply been trying to survive. and I do not understand why anybody has any interest in me.
I'm going to say to her, that's not what they said. They said you're a thief, and you've stolen some valuable things, but not valuable enough, in my opinion, for 7 people to come chasing you. So I'm kind of curious. What?
As you say that, and can I get a perception check, please, from you?
No worries. That is 8.
8. As she's talking, she sort of holds up her hands and says, "But look at me. I'm merely. I'm just a monk. I'm here out of circumstances. I'm. What do they say that I've done?"
Theft, arson, and something else that I totally forget. Is what I say back.
Theft and arson. This is awfully trouble. This is not me.
Okay, in that instance, I'm going to pretend I believe her for now. And I'm going to take the flag that I took from the flagpole back at the castle-y thing, whatever it was, the big house over the other side of the bridge, and I'm going to show her and say, I'm what's left of in this town anyway. I'm what's left of Lady Nandar's group. If you came to see her, you can speak to me and use that as evidence that I'm a representative of Lady Nandar.
So you knew the lady well?
Reasonably.
Not as well as Quinch did.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily deal directly with her, but I have been I have been around her enough to gain the trust of her and her party. They're gone. They're not around. As you can see, this place is ruined. As far as it's concerned in this town.
K'ril says, "Is that the woman the big oaf desecrated?"
Can I get a deception check from you, please, Dabov?
Cool. 13.
She sort of as you're sort of saying all this, she's sort of walking slowly towards you as if she's going to, and then she just has a moment of doubt, and she just steps back and says, I don't know if I believe you. That's if you were truly part of them, I don't believe the guards carry flags around with them everywhere they go. Why would you be carrying a flag? That seems awfully peculiar behaviour.
Because we were, as you can tell, the town's ruined. The manor house, or whatever you want to call it, is very much the same. The troops have scattered, and I took this flag as a sign that I am trusted by them for when we meet up again, because we don't know where we'll meet. We don't know where we'll meet the allies. So I've taken it just as an identifier with their permission, to show that we are to be trusted by anyone that is aligned with Lady Nandar.
K'ril says, "Some people go through hobbies of trying to learn loads of flags, and then they just give up on it."
You're hell bent on sabotaging my shit, aren't you?
I guess that makes some sense. I mean, given everything that's been going on, but even so, I mean, I wasn't here on any official business. I just wished to speak to the lady and to offer my services, and to I'm of the order of Miliki, and I just felt.
Is Miliki the I forget which one that is. Is that something to do with Quinch?
I think Quinch is wearing a Miliki statue round his neck.
Oh yeah, of course. That was the church, wasn't it, or something?
Miliki.
How would you pronounce M-I-E L-L-I-K-K-I?
M-I-E
M-I-E
L-L-I
L-L-I-K-K-I.
Oh, yeah,
No.
yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Maliki?
I'd pronounce it Maliki.
Yeah, Maliki.
Marlicky.
Yeah.
Whilst
And
this is
Parlicky.
happening, Quinch hears Dweezil. Where are K'ril and Dabov? And is obviously next to Gregomel.
Yeah, but I don't. Greg doesn't really know where they are, so he's just got to kind of give the and shrugged his shoulder.
Well, there's only these 2 buildings left. Do you want to go over to that one and see if they're there?
Well, I mean, we're outside this one now, so perhaps we should just check this one first and see if...
I mean, it's only 15 feet away, though.
But this one's only 5 feet away.
Let's put a pause. Let's put a pause on the Kella conversation and let's get this building covered up. I mean, why not? All right, you walk into. Let's find out.
Emily, you in here? Nope. Okay, let's check.
You approach yet another farmhouse. Again, this one destroyed by or partially destroyed by a boulder from the sky. There is, again, the doorway is basically where the destruction has happened, so you've got a big open walkway into the building. Can I get an investigation check from whoever wants to enter the building first?
Hello, Quinch.
Hello, Dweezil. How are you?
Very well. I've just been searching around the town looking for.
How many buildings did you manage to check?
I've been in. I've done 2 so far. This is my 3rd. And I'm continuing my not finding anything by rolling a 5 for my investigation check.
Oh, I'd assumed you'd killed her.
You enter this farmhouse and you have a look around. This appears to be a wheat farmhouse, so perhaps this is where the flour starts its journey, if nothing else. But you don't see anything of any real interest. Again, it looks like the goblins have been here. They've ransacked.
Apart from the masses of flour.
No.
Wheat. Unprocessed
wheat,
flour.
Unprocessed.
Pre-flour.
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 But yeah, goblins have been here. They've searched through and taken what they wanted and just dumped everything else out on the floor. So it's a shithole.
Dweezil, let me show you the fruits of my labour. Quinch gets out a potato that looks like a bum.
Oh, that's an amusing potato, Quinch. What will you do with it?
I don't know yet, but I'm keeping it.
Brilliant. We return to the trading post where Kella is talking to Dabov and K'ril.
What was the last thing she
said? I've forgotten what the last thing was.
I can't remember now. I'm just going to say, look, I'm looking for a reason to trust you.
Yes, basically.
Yeah,
basically,
I need a reason to trust you, otherwise, I don't know where we go from here because there's 7.
I won't trust you.
I see 7 guys on horses chasing one, woman that's hiding. That doesn't seem right to me, but I need a reason to trust you before I can trust you. So tell me something.
I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'm just a lowly monk traveling the world. I came here, and I'm just spreading the good word of Miliki, and it's not changing.
So what could 7 men on horses possibly want with you? Like, is there anything you can think of in your history, anywhere you've been, anything you've done that might have angered 7 guys to come out in the middle of the night to find you? Like, that seems weird to me. There must be some idea of why. Is there anything wrong with with Miliki? Is that a controversial religion or what? Or is it just because the pronunciation's funny? Like,
I mean, you say it's funny. I mean, our goddess of forests. There's nothing funny to be had about that. It's nature. It's beauty. It's the world. There's nothing funny about Miliki.
Question. She's the goddess of the bush, and she's called Miliki.
Correct.
Brilliant.
Can I have another perception check from you, Dabov?
No worries. Perception 8.
Another 8. Bloody hell, you're rolling shit. You notice that around her neck is a unicorn head. Not a live one, obviously. Is like a pendant. Pendant
like
in the
a
shape
full-size
of a unicorn head. A full-size head.
Is that the same shape as the one that Quinch found earlier from the church? I can't remember what shape that one was.
You won't know. So even if your fellow players tell you, you might not remember. So let's not metagame.
Fair enough.
She says, so you've asked, whether there's any reason that there might be any problems or anything like that. None that I can think of. I mean, I came here, my last stop was in Waterdeep, and I've just been, travelling since I left Keldell. I've just been travelling, meeting people, talking to them about Miliki and trying to get people to respect the bush, the forest.
As I've noticed the pendant, I'm going to ask where she got that from. And I'd like to, I don't know how it's going to work, but just see if I can tell if she's lying or not about its origins. I'm going to suspiciously ask where it's from. Because I believe, didn't they say that they were looking for someone that had stolen a pendant or some sort of jewellery? I want to see where it came from.
So she looks down.
Firstly, can you demonstrate how you would ask suspiciously? I want to hear it.
Just give her the side eye. Just, face to the side.
To say it. Say how you'd say it.
Where did you get that pendant?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Suspicious.
And she looks down and she clasps it, very tight with her left hand. And she sort of lets out a laughter, a very nervous laughter, which, roll insight.
Ooh, a nice -1 on that. Awesome, 4. Fucking hell, this isn't going so good, is it?
She laughs nervously, but you put it down to the fact that she is, in a very precarious situation, that the people are after her, and she's talking to strangers, etc., etc. And she just says, "This is just something that my mother gave me when we were both learning, when she was teaching me about Miliki, and it's, the unicorn head is the symbol of Miliki, and it's a family heirloom."
Am I right in saying the window is smashed?
The one around the back, yeah. The back window is smashed in.
Quinch sticks his head in the window. Emily, are you in? Oh, sorry. Voice. Emily, are you in here? Oh. Hello, K'ril.
Hello, Quinch.
Kella jumps with a start and sort of hurries against the south wall, sort of just back right against the wall, just sort of completely startled by the whole thing. And
K'ril says, "Don't mind him, just keep your mouth shut."
And turns back to Dabov and says, "You promised you wouldn't hurt me."
And I haven't.
A girl. Quinch climbs in. Oh, what's going on here then?
Oh, jeez, I've got the 2 idiots with
Quinch!
me. Great.
Quinch, stop! Dabov has called dibs on this one.
I invoke dibs.
Are you the thief they're looking for?
Again, why? I'm just a woman. I'm just a monk, and I've got these 2 big, burly, whatever you are, questioning me.
Can I ask you quickly, who would you describe as the biggest and burliest?
Did you say you're a monk?
She looks over to Dabov in just a plea of help.
I say to her, he's with me, unfortunately. He's harmless enough, generally.
As this is going on, Greg's going to come through the window as well. Did you find her?
Jesus Christ. I said to Greg, yes, I found her, but...
There's going to be 7 of us in here in a minute, and she's going to be like, Are you guys seven snakes?
Yeah. I explained to Greg what's going on. I'm questioning her before I decide whether, and I make sure she can hear me on this. I'm questioning her before I decide whether we should hand her over or not. And I sort of
Quinch and Gregomel, can you please also give me a perception check?
Ooh, that is a sexy.
3.
21.
sexiest number.
A what? A
21.
21.
And a 13.
A 13. As she's talking and sort of like just imploring with Dabov for a little bit of common decency, common sense, whatever you want to call it, Gregomel, you notice, and you're the first one to have noticed this, that wrapped around her left arm, there's just a glimpse under her sleeve. You notice that there is a snake coiled around, a flying snake, wrapped around her left arm.
Okay. Is it in a way that it's kind of hiding from us, or is it just she's got it covered? Like, is it hiding, or is she hiding it, is what I'm trying to say.
You don't get a sense from your perception, you just notice it.
Okay.
Dweezil's checking the front door while all this is going on.
I don't mean to alarm you, lady, but are you aware that you have some kind of flying snake ghost thing that's wrapped round your arm? And with this, I reckon everyone would just then suddenly pay attention to it.
You, so you said, she sort of like looks down at her arm and sort of like just sort of like shakes it a little bit and says, "Oh yes, that's just my pet. That's just my pet."
My pet. Well, did they give that to you in the monk temple, did they? Because they didn't fucking give me a snake. In fact, snakes were forbidden. She's a liar and a thief.
I mean, that's true. They tried cutting your snake off.
I'm not a liar. Why are all these accusations at me? What? It's.
Yeah, women with snakes wrapped around their arm don't get to play the victim, you little skank.
It's
Wow. Have you been having...
No more Mr. Nice, Quinch.
Wow, yeah.
You do not desecrate the memory of monkhood, albeit.
Hang on.
I had a few.
From the guy
with the religious.
slaughtered hundreds of monks.
It was only tens, not hundreds. Yes, I've had my ups and downs with the religion.
But snakes
God,
is where you
bad.
draw the line, yeah? Brilliant.
with
Pretending to be a monk.
He can kill monks, but he draws the line at their pet policy.
It is the pretending to be a monk that I take issue with.
Well, you pretended for how many years before slaughtering them, so...
with that, Kella sort of... She's had enough, to be honest. She's had enough of, dealing with your comments and your whatever. And she sort of starts walking up to you, like a bit, sort of like straightens herself out. A bit of pride. And she starts walking towards you. And then she makes a run for the window and jumps out of it.
I was going to say cast sleep.
Am I not in the way? Like,
No, you're nowhere near. And as she gets out of the window, she shouts, "Zolkin, help me!"
Oh, motherfuckers! Sorry. Oh, motherfucker!
Appears we've been double-crossed.
Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button on your favourite podcast app to ensure you don't miss any future instalments of Dice and Desire. And in the meantime, if you want to interact with us, come and find us on Twitter and Instagram @Dice and Desire.